Good morning, students. Welcome back to our class. That is supply chain management. Today we are going to start with the new topic, that is warehousing from third unit. What do you mean by warehousing? As you all know, that warehousing is nothing but it's a place where the goods are going to be stored for a long term, or for a medium term, or for a short term, and later it is going to be distributed with the distributors. See on the screen, warehousing is the act of storing goods that will be sold or distributed later. While a small home-based business might be warehousing products in a spare room, basement, or garage, larger business typically own or rent space in a building that is specifically designed for storage. Yeah. So what is happening here? It means that a room is totally it's a go down. I can sense common balance. Warehousing is a place where it's like a spare room or a basement or a garage, or for the businessman, or depends on the owner rental basis, where the bulk of goods can be stored for a long term, for the medium term, or for a short term, for the sake of distributing the goods within a short span of time. Now, we will see what do you mean by the elements of uh, warehousing. See on the screen, all these things are there, that what are the things should be there. In common parlance, I want to tell you that it is totally equipments that can be move product from a point A to B, like forklifts or the pallet jacks or the bins, and that whole products for orders and conveyor belts. All these things are the elements which are used to be taking place for the warehousing. And frozen, like according to the climates, we have to keep some goods within the frozen product, like including refrigerator, like paracetamol or laboratory products, or depending on the degrade anything, like for the perishable goods, for non-perishable goods we have to keep different degree of temperature in the room also, for not destroying the goods in a short span of time. Like for example, for vegetables we can store for 6 days or 1 week or 10 days, hard not more than that. If you store that, the product is going to be destroyed, or it is going to get damaged. Next thing, here, the how the business of warehousing should be there. See, warehousing and all that goes along with it is part of a sophisticated industry known as logistics management. Logistics includes procurement, inventory management, and distribution. In the last class we discussed about what do you mean by procurement, inventory management, distributions. So it falls under the supply chain umbrella, which also includes product development, marketing, sales, and other product related disciplines. So how the product development should have to be taken place, how the marketing sales should have to be taken place, and how the product related disciplines should have to take place. That means packaging, labeling, transporting the goods, all these things which comes under the product related disciplines. That means brand image should not get spoiled. We have to check the expiry date, manufacturing date, and which what sort of products should have to be taken place properly. Everything it has to be manufactured. Now, types of warehouses. We are having so many warehouses, but here in our syllabus we are having six main warehouses types of. First one is the public warehouse, second one private warehouse, third one is the contract warehouse, fourth one is the automated warehouse, fifth one is the climate control warehouse, and last one is distribution center. So what does it mean, how it works? Let's have a look. First, the thing is here, it is the private warehouses, where in these the warehouses are owned and managed by the manufacturer. That means here what is happening here, the managers will be the manufacturers, will be the owners, they are taking place here. Just a minute. Yeah, the persons, that means totally the private peoples who are managing or who are manufacturing the goods, all these things will be taken place by them, and they are going to store exclusively, and the stocks of goods are known as private goods. Generally these goods are warehouses are constructed by the farmers and wholesalers, retailers near the business centers, and by the manufacturers for their factories. Now, public means the warehouses which are run to store goods of the general public goods, like they will get the license from the government, or most probably the manufacturers use or import and export or government agencies will be there for wholesaler. Now, for example, fair price shop or ration shop, where the peoples will get rice, kerosene, pulses, uh, some other ingredients from the customers warehouses for the help of the ration card, or that is the fair price shop work is taking place. Not only that, the customs, importing and exporting towards the seaports, airways, all these things will be there, like sending the medicines, all this, some goods will be there. Like if you go to the government hospital, the government hospitals are going to make some medicines for free of cost for the custom, for the public. So they will send in the warehouses, and some like polio tika, polio drops will be there, so they are going to store it. So those people who are having, that means Anganwadi schools people will be there, those people are taking the medicines, tablets, all this, so all these people will use the public warehouses. Now coming to the third one, that is the contract warehouses. Contract warehousing combines the best characteristics of both private and public operations. Now the long-term relationship and shared risks result in lower cost than typical public warehouse arrangements. So all these things are combined with the help of the private and public. So the contract warehouses combines both. That means private peoples and public peoples can take the warehouse on the contract basis for a period of 5 years, for a period of 3 years, 2 years, what it may be. The long-term relationship and shared risks result in the lower cost than typical public warehouse arrangements. All these things are taking place. That means the long-term relationship and the shared risks result in lower cost than typical public warehouses. Now, contract. Here, one thing I want to tell you. See, in the long-term relationship and shared risk result in lower cost than typical public warehouses arrangement. So, what is happening if you are taking the go down for the long term? The rent will be very less. Typically, why? Because all unnecessary. The risk will be very less here, because after once in it 1 year or 2 years, if the agreement is over, we have to change again. It will cost some money, efforts, and expenditures, and hard work is taking place. That means waste of time is taking place. So all these things can be covered in the long term relationship, because the go down is going to become for the long term, first thing. Second thing, we no need to transfer the goods from one place to another place. The goods will be secure at one place, and the logistic will also takes place properly. So all the things, that means we no need to have the any other, that means internal and external problems will not be there. Next one, contract warehouse operations can provide benefits of expertise, flexibility, and economics of scale by sharing management, labor, equipment, and information resources across a number of clients. So I hope students, no need of explaining this part, because you can understand what does it mean clearly. See, the contract warehouse are the, what are the benefits you'll get? It is an expertise, flexibility, and economics of scale by sharing management, labor, equipment, and information resource across a number of clients. All these things. Now, if you see here, this is an automated, that means India Private Limited, Daifuku. How the automated warehouse picking, that means automated warehouses picking up system is there. Materials will be there, handling, lifting equipments, industrial automations, services, automated system, unit. All these things are taking place in this picture. Now, climatical warehouse. See, sometimes what we have to do, we have to create some warehouses which consist of climate, depending on the climatical market, like the temperature of the room, the degree of heat or the humidity, or the heat or the coolness are required in the room for different products. So all these things will be designed. So those are nothing but that will be used mostly in the medical or the market clubs, all these things. So what is happening here, they will design the infrastructure, they will have the climatical warehouses depending on the product and the instruments. Now, a distribution warehouse. So a distribution warehouse is a specific type of warehouse designed to service goods nearing the end of the supply chain. The distributor would utilize their warehouse to store and ship those telephones to the retail outlets that will be selling them. So what is happening here in the picture, if you see, This is a typical type of warehouse design where the service goods nearly to the supply chains. They will see that means the goods can be near. That means they can get the goods or services near to the supply chain. If the godowns are near to that area, so how the supply it can be go with the roadways, waterways, airways, or from room to room or from place to place. All these things are taking place. Now, next one is warehousing operations. How the warehouses operations are taking place. It is totally, we have to first understand what do you mean by warehouses operations. See, warehousing operations is nothing but it is developing a keen awareness of warehouse operations will be first step for any enterprise is that it is mainly it is a quick divide which is going to be challenges and practices associated with the warehouse operations. A warehouse operation means what are the activities or the technologies are utilized for storing the goods in the warehouses, or what are the capabilities are there, what are the necessary needs are there. All these things will be utilized in the warehousing operations. So what does it mean? So according to the data gathered by Statista, the number of warehouses operating in the United States has been steadily increased by the past decade. That means 18,000 facilities were there, but now it has been increased for high. Now, what is the work of warehousing? It's receiving goods, cross-docking of the goods, organizing and storing inventory, attaching the assets and tracking solutions to assets and inventory, integrating and maintaining a tracking software like a warehouse management system, overseeing the integration of new technology, selecting picking routes, establishing sorting and packing, maintaining the warehouse facility, developing the racking design and warehouse infrastructures, and many more. See, normally in common parlance, I can say you that guys, if you are checking the warehouse, what sort of goods will be there? First, it is a temperature warehouse, or the private, or the public, or the distributor, or the design. That means it is manufacturing the there in itself only. What sort of godown? Then what are the operations are taking place? So the above points, that means the what are the points are there? Those are the few points where in every house it is taking place. That means some points are related to that. Like the product can be shortlisted, the product can be packaged, practice. That means it can be packaged properly, or they can maintain the warehouse facilities, and they are going to design and warehouse concept. That means developing the racking will be there, how the racks will be kept, how it is going to be utilized. All these things can be taken place. Now if you see the picture of warehouses, how it is going place. So these are the racks where the employers are keeping with the help of the forklift, with the help of the small machines or driving, they are keeping and they are utilizing, and in a proper way, systematic way is going. First, which product should have to be kept down, which product should have to be kept up, and which what is the delivery date, what is the order. All these things are coming in the warehouse work. So this is the work of the warehouse. If you see in this picture, you can able to understand how it is working. The people that these are the customers, how they are taking place with the help of the logistics. The products are there, they are packaging, and they are disassembling. Again, they are taking the fork, again they are fitting the refrigerator, the container, and they are selling, and the billing is taking place, and they are getting the account closed. That means the customers are, that means these people are selling the goods. Now, how the management system will work in the warehouse? That means warehouse management system or warehouse manufacturing and supply chains operations could be there. So it doesn't mean if you can people go with this. That means a warehouse management system consists of software as well as hardware process that allow organizations to control and administer warehouse operations from the time goods or material enter a warehouse until they move out. So here is a clear picture, you can go with this, and what are the things will be there. See, if your raw materials are not received properly as parts are misplaced in a warehouse, the supply chains may be slowed or disrupted. So the warehouse manufacturing systems says can be critically, and that can be process works smoothly by tracking inventory and making sure that goods are stored and sorted properly, as well as shipped and tracked accurately. All these things will be there. See, for example, what is happening. One more example I want to share here. Like sometimes the packing will be got loose, or they have not checked it out. So the manufacturers have sent it in the warehouse. So in the warehouse, the people will be there. The software or the system will be there. They can check it out. Or the expiry date has been completed, or the packaging is lacking. We have to repack it, or this has been returned back from the customers. So we have to go for the research. Either we have to do the research and development, or we have to whether it is properly got damaged. Shall we have to throw in the scrap, or shall we have to utilize for some other alteration from the product so that we can resell it. All these things can be taken place in the warehouses. Now these are the inventory management, how the inventory management is taking place, how remote data process is taking place, how physical inventory is there, how bin management is there, how delivery process is there. All these consist of the warehouse management. This is known as warehouse management. All these things will be taking place. Now if you see here, this is one more picture how it is going to be taking place, how the system is taking place, how it is reaching to the customer, how it is going setting, how the order is taking place, how the customer is getting the delivery and closing the data. All this is the system. So they are having the offer complete visibility of inventory, develop ease in managing bulk orders, smoothly transfer stock from one warehouse to another, full visibility of payments for both online and offline. All these things are over here. Party warehousing. So next one is third party warehousing. This is nothing but TPL logistics. The TPL defines or states that it is the logistics capabilities that are offered by another company. That means one company is going to give or offer to another company. That is called the third party logistic. So basically outsourcing is your warehouse and distribution network. A good 3PL company will connect a business with warehousing, distribution and monitoring as its needs. So the manufacturers will be there, the warehousing will be there and the distribution will be there. All these people will be there. Now why we use, that means why the warehouses people are using 3PL. See, it is can be cost reduction. The 3PL works extra hard because they need to be profitable. Continuous innovation is expensive. That's the reason they are utilizing 3PL. Investment, reduce the investment a company would make. Now economics of sales, utilize economics of scale because they are so large. Now it saves time. Better we can say that is the you can save money, efforts, and time, and investment can also be reduced here. So performance get or the job you can get a better job or do it better because the position in the supply chain may you will get a position or you can get the promotion also. Improved expertise and data access. All these things will be there. Now a third party company providing outsourcing of logistics services such as integrated operations, warehousing and transportation. So these are the pictures where you can able to understand what does 3PL it includes. What are the works of the 3PL? Third party logistics. All these things will be there. Now we will go for the role and importance of handling system. What do you mean by handling system? Handling system is used in industries to keep track of and manage their operations properly. That means there should not be any kind of mismanagement or there should not be any kind of disturbance. It begins from the conceptions of raw materials to final product and its delivery effectively and efficiently. That means from raw product or raw material to the finished products, what are the activities should be there? It should be deliver with effectively and efficiently. That means doing right things and at the right place at the right time at the right job. So all these things are improving, are taking place in the handling system. It is evented. That means how you are going to handle the situation and the conditions at the time of doing the department. That means service industry to supply chain and delivering process. All these things will be taking. The system will be there. How you are going to handle the goods. That is nothing but the handling system. Now, some of the important points of the handling systems are as here. So, we can reduction in accidents, greater job satisfaction will be there, reduction in inventory and work in progress, and it increases production time. And it will save the time also. Now, it is going to improve material handling system, not only save time and cost reduction, but also ensure the following points. So, these are the points which I have read before. You can have a look. So thank you. Have a nice. I hope students you understand the concept very well. So please mention your roll numbers or the names in the comment box for attendance. Thank you. Have a nice day.